Nikola Tesla said if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. Nikola Tesla had a strange obsession with these numbers. He would walk 3 times around the block before entering a building. He would wash his dishes with 18 napkins because 18 is divisible by 9, 6, and 3. And he will only stay in hotel rooms that had a room number divisible by 3. So, yes, he had a strange obsession. Now, in order to understand the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, we must understand what a digital root is. A digital root is where you add all single digits of a number, one by one, until you get a final sum that equals a single digit. Now I'm going to share an example of a digital root. So you can find your life path number by adding up your birth date. Like you add all the single digits of your birth date until you get to a single digit. So for example, let's say you were born on the 4th of July 2006. So you would add it up 4 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6. And that would equal 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 2 is 13, plus 6 is 19. So you have a double digit number. So then you add those digits together. So 1 plus 9 is 10. And then you have another double digit number. So you add those two together. 1 plus 0 is 1. So you have the single digit. So if that was your birthday, your life path number would be 1. Now it's really interesting because when I added up my birthday, it equals to 36, and then 3 plus 6 is 9. So my life path number is 9. And I just thought it was really cool how my birthday basically equals to 3, 6, and 9. So that's how you find the digital root. It's just adding up single digits until you get to a single digit. Now we're going to look at there's so many examples of this, right? So we're going to look at cells and embryos, because the biological development of cells and embryos reveal an interesting pattern. So it's basically duplicating from 1, right? You start with 1 cell, and then it splits into 2, and then that splits into 4, and then that splits into 8, and then 16, 32, 64, so on, right? So it's basically just doubling from 1. So you go from, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. So now you're at the double digits. So you go 1 plus 6, and that equals 7. And then 16 plus 16 is 32. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. And then 32 plus 32 equals 64. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. And you just keep going like that, right? And so what the digital root shows, this incredible pattern of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and it goes on and on like that. It doesn't matter how long you double these numbers. It just keeps repeating that same pattern. It doesn't matter how long you do this. 3, 6, and 9 will not show up. How crazy is that, right? Now, if all cells that created all life forms on this planet started from 1, and 3, 6, and 9 does not exist within the development of these cells, it must mean that 3, 6, and 9 only exist in the non-physical realm. It must only mean that the numbers 3, 6, and 9 exist solely within our imagination, representing the formless, energy, consciousness, and light, while the numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5 represent the outer world, the form and the manifestation. Now, if you double from 3, you will either get a digital root of 3 or 6. 9 doesn't show up. If you double from 9, you will get a digital root of 9 indefinitely. And if you halve 9 and continue halving 9, you also get a digital root of 9 indefinitely. So 9 is a unique and special number, and it is believed by many mathematicians and scientists that 9 represents the unity of all things and is even an emblem of light, consciousness, and the universe itself. And from what I've read, Nikola Tesla basically said that 9's like the ultimate universal number, and he didn't actually like that we were counting in 10s. He said that we should be counting in 9s. And so that's why I think it's really cool that my life path number is 9. Like my birthday's digital root is 9. So now I'm going to share some different examples of these numbers. There are so many examples, so I'm not going to share them all because it'll make the video too long. So I'm just going to give you some different examples, and you can see that there's, definitely something to these numbers. And also, I learned all of this from the book Project 369. So if you do want to learn like more in depth with these numbers, I recommend getting that book. And it's also a really great, like the first part of it shares the information, and then the second part of it's like a workbook that you can use. So the first example I'm going to share is the 9 times table. So the 9 times table, 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 3 is 27, and so on. When you add up all the single digits, you get an indefinite digital root of 9 as well with the 9 times table. Doesn't matter how large of a number you times by 9, the digital root is going to be 9. Another example is the solfeggio frequencies. So these are frequencies that are really good for us to be listening to. They have these positive effects on our energy and vibration. And as you can see, the digital root of the solfeggio frequencies reveals the pattern 369, 369, 369. Now it's the same with the angel numbers. So we have angel numbers, which is, 111, 222, 333, and so on. And as you can see, it also shows the pattern 369, 369, 369. Another example of this is angles. Like you have the circle, which is 360, 3 plus 6 plus 0 is 9. You half a circle, it's 180. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. You halve that again, you have a 90-degree angle. 9 plus 0 is 9. You halve that again, it's 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. So you get the idea, right? There's something amazing about these numbers. And the universal frequency, like the frequency of the universe, is 432 hertz. You add that up, that also equals to 9. So there are so many examples like this. And like I said, I'm not going to go into all of it because I could be here all day, which is why I recommend getting that book, Project 369, because it will teach you a lot more about it. But yeah, you can see that there's definitely something to these numbers. So now I'm going to share the manifestation technique that you can use to manifest your desires. Now, the technique is where you take your goal, whatever it is you're wanting to bring into your reality, and you turn that into a present tense affirmation. And you want to start the affirmation with, I am so happy and grateful now that ... And you fill in the rest with what it is you're wanting to bring in. And then what you do is you write out your affirmation 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night right before you go to sleep. And then after you write the affirmation, so let's say it's the morning, you've written out your affirmation 3 times, you then go into meditation and start visualizing having this thing in your reality. So as you visualize, you use your imagination and you incorporate as many of your senses into the visualization. So for example, let's say you want to manifest a Lamborghini. How does this Lamborghini look? What color is it? What's the smell of the inside of the car? How does it sound when it's running? So you're incorporating your senses into the visualization because that's what makes it seem more real. And then you want to get emotionally involved. So you want to feel the emotions in the body as if you have this Lamborghini or you have your desire. You get emotionally involved in how awesome and amazing it is to have this thing. And then what you want to do is feel gratitude in your body for having this thing. You want to express gratitude before you receive it. And this puts your body into a state of receiving. And that's what will bring it into your reality. Now, I recommend that you commit to this for either 30, 60, or 90 days. And I will leave that up to you. And I would say choose it like depending on how big or how small the manifestation is. Because if it's a big manifestation, it most likely will need a bit more time for it to come into fruition. If it's a smaller manifestation, then you could just pick 30 days. So I will leave that up to you to pick if you want to do 30, 60, or 90 days. And you're incorporating that 369 Nikola Tesla code. And then you can bring in your desires. So I hope you liked this video. And if you did and you got some sort of value, let me know by hitting the like button or write a comment. It helps to push the video out to more people. And if you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.